Hey everybody, this is Mad Pup for part 6 of my Supremacy 1914 playthrough and strategy. I haven't put a video up in about a week because I've been super busy, and I think I'm going to do a vlog later on and tell you all what's been going on, why I haven't been putting up videos. But since my last video on the Greenland map I was playing, I actually stopped playing that one and sent it to archive because player close to me. It wasn't northern Canada, it was southern Canada. They came up and they took northern Canada really quick, which is odd to me, but what happened was northern Canada went after Newfoundland early, and they didn't properly protect their southern border, and southern Canada came up. So I guess that part wasn't odd. The part that was odd was southern Canada got some buildings put up really quick. Um, I believe I was about 5 days into the map, and they already had a level 1 factory put up, which is possible to do because it takes roughly 2 days to build a harbor, which then opens up the ability to make a railroad, which takes 2 days. And then if you have your level 2 workshop and you start building your factory, the factory takes 1 or 2 days to build, I can't remember. So it's theoretically possible, but you really have to be on the ball to get that built. So that was kind of a red flag to me right there. And what I did is when Southern Canada was taking Northern Canada, I came over here. I took the Port Hope region so I could have an avenue into mainland North America. And Southern Canada took the two regions of Port Carty and Labrador City. And I waited about a day to attack, and there weren't any fortresses in either region. And the day after, when I sent in the attack to Port Carty, I couldn't see their troops in the fortress. And when I attacked, I lost. I sent over 100 towards Port Carty, and I lost all of them. And the guy only lost like three or four. And basically, what that means is he had a level 5 fortress put up, and he built it within a day. And that's pretty much a red flag saying that the player's using gold marks, and he's not just using a little bit. It takes, I think you spend 1,000 gold marks for 12 hours of work, so he would have had to spend about 10,000 gold marks to get that fortress built up. So that's kind of something you guys will have to deal with. And normally when I get the plan against a player like that, and they're using it that early in the game, I'll just archive the game. I feel it's not worth. I mean, if you want to buy gold marks, more power to you. It supports the game, and I like the people that make the game. But to spend gold marks on no free open game that everybody can play, that's just kind of no. People don't look very kindly upon it. I don't. If you want to spend 1,000, 2,000 every once in a while, because you can earn gold marks by winning rounds, and sometimes they just give them to you. So if you got a little bit and you want to spend a little bit, that's fine. But if you're the person that's buying 100,000, 500,000 gold marks, and you're using it to win a free-to-play game instead of using them in like an actual gold mark round, you know, if you want to win a game that bad and have such an advantage over everybody else, more power to you. I'm just not going to play against you. So I ended up uh, stop playing because if he was going to use gold marks, even if I pulled back to my Greenland region, he would have pumped out a battleship really quick, and he would have just been able to come over and take me out. So I just put that game in the archive. And this is still my first map with the Ottoman Empire. I talked about that I was going to go in and attack Syria. What happened was Egypt came up and they started attacking Arabia, but then they kind of pulled up and stopped. So I took all of Syria, and then I took one region from Saudi Arabia to give me this two-region border that I'm building up right now. And I got level 3 building right there. I could start building the level 4 fortress over here. Just so when I eventually come in here, if it doesn't work out, I can always fall back and I'll be well defended. I finished my level 5 fortresses up north. Uh, Ottoman Empire looks like they became active, but I'm pretty sure the player is going to go inactive because he lost his two regions over here. He really doesn't have a chance. Uh, Romania, Ro Romania is continuing to take out the AI players over here, so they're going to start building up troops faster than me. So I'm glad I have that fortress built. Greece has an active player now. So my goal down here with the shared island with Greece is just to keep my fortress one level above theirs and keep the troop levels the same to keep him from attacking me there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start taking the rest of the peninsula down here, and I'm gonna start by taking out Arabia because I know they have less troops because Egypt was pounding the crap out of them. And then after that, I'm gonna turn around and focus on knocking Egypt out of the area. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take about 60 my troops, come down here and attack this region. He's got roughly 20 to 30 troops right here, I know, but he's built his fortress up more, or at least the AI has. So he doesn't have enough to take me out up here, but so I'll just keep him from counterattacking me, and I could put a higher amount down here and limit my troop loss. So that's how that's going right now, and I'll switch over to two of the other maps that I started playing to show you what's going on there. Alright, this is another 30-person map, and it was one where I got to select the country, and I got there early. Only about 5 people had selected, so I was actually lucky enough to be able to get Northern Canada. Um, I went ahead and I took Newfoundland early because I kind of noticed that South Canada wasn't being very active, so I didn't really feel threatened, even though I'm still building up my border. Because whenever you get a two-region choke point like that, it's a good idea to build up your border. And then I just been getting all my troops moved back down south. I'm trying to split my troops right now by about 2 out of 3 over in Moose Factory, and the other 1/3 down here in Forestville, just because I got a two-region border here that I'm going to want to take, whereas Forestville only has one. Um, so I'm really just waiting for this group right here, which is the one that finished taking out Kamrut. And once they get down, I'm going to split them in half and take these two regions, and then move these troops down, have them take Quebec. The only other active player uh, at the moment, it looked like Central United States was slightly active because they took two Newfoundland regions, and Southern Canada was, or not Southern Canada, Southern United States was active because they took the most southern Newfoundland region, and they took actually two of Central USA's regions. So I don't know why he hasn't continued attacking. Maybe Central United States moved all of his troops farther south and just kind of blocked him from moving farther north because northern United States isn't active, so he doesn't have to waste his troops on the border there. But other than that, that's basically all that's going on this map at the moment. Greenland's not active, so I don't feel threatened there. There's a little bit going on over in Europe. Lithuania and Ukraine look active. Looks like they're working together to take out Poland. Romania is taking out the AI regions. Looks like Austria-Hungary tried taking out Serbia, which is an AI region, but then went inactive, so Serbia's actually moving in and taking them out. Looks like we're going to have a standoff with the Ottoman Empire and Saudi Arabia, and it looks like Morocco and West Algeria have an alliance. West Algeria is taking out French West Africa over here, while Morocco's moving up towards Spain. So we got a few close neighbor alliances over in the Europe area, but as I mentioned in previous videos, I'm not worried about them. I'll worry about them once I've taken over North America completely. So this is the third game I started playing. It's the 10-person European map. And for the 10-person European map, you basically have 9 playable countries in Europe and 1 in Northern Africa, which is Morocco. This map's really interesting because just about 2 of the nations control roughly 90% of the map's oil supply. I think Russia has 1 or 2 double oil regions. Get back a little bit so we can look at it. Yeah, they have 1 double oil region and then 1 single oil region. So they could, just that by itself, they control like 30% of the oil. And then Morocco controls probably about half the oil on the map. It has 2 double oil regions to start out with, and then it can easily take this oil region over here in Portugal. And because of that, they can really control the tempo of the game. I'm the Ottoman Empire, and I don't start off with any oil. I can get an oil region if I go up and take Romania, but that's really the only oil region I can get early on, and that's if I get to it. Austria-Hungary is actually closer, and if they're active, they can grab it before I can. But if you, basically if Morocco and Russia team up later on in the game, they could be pretty powerful, and it's a good strategy because they're on opposite ends, so they can kind of work towards each other and create double front wars. I'm actually teamed up with Russia. For the Ottoman Empire, that's good because I don't have to worry about the northern front of my nation right here, and then we can kind of split from north and south. Morocco, for some reason, seems like they're not active. So my next move after finishing off Greece might be to actually come over here to Morocco, because it looks like France is moving across to hit Spain and Germany. And if they actually continue on through Spain, they might start taking Morocco. And if I can get through the Morocco first and take it, that means me and Russia would control what's roughly about 90% or more of the oil supply on the map. The only other countries that would control any oil regions would be Sweden and Germany. But it would really set me and Russia up, because if we don't sell any of the oil to any of the other nations, then they won't be able to create very many war machines, like artillery, battleships, railguns, things like that. So if we can control that, even if we don't have more troops, if we're able to build more machines and keep the other countries from building the machines, then that really just puts us in a better position to win. So we'll see how this map turns out, and hopefully in a few days I could put up part 7 with an update on all my countries.